Good morning to all. I am Subarani, Associate Professor in Emmanuel Research College of Pharmacy. Today's topic is major extracellular and intracellular electrolytes. About 55 to 56% of the adult human body is obtained in fluid. Around 60 to 70% of the volume of body is full of water. The fluids in the body are solutions of organic and inorganic solutes which undergo distribution in the following major fluid compartments. So, in 55 to 56% of adult human body is fluid. About 60 to 70% of the volume of body is in water. But the fluids in the body are in organic and inorganic solutes which undergo distribution in the major fluid compartments. The fluid compartments are interstitial fluid, vascular fluid or plasma fluid, and then intracellular fluid. There are three types. First one is interstitial fluid. Interstitial means body fluid between blood vessels and cells. That is known as interstitial. So, interstitial fluid, then vascular fluid or plasma fluid, and intracellular fluid. The body fluids are mainly obtained in intracellular fluid and extracellular fluid. First of all, we will discuss intracellular fluid. The intracellular fluids are inside the cell is called as intracellular fluid. The fluids are present inside the cell is known as intracellular fluid. Then next, extracellular fluid. It is refers to all the body fluids outside the cell. Extracellular fluid means the body fluids outside the cell. Intracellular fluid means the fluid inside the cells. Okay, the extracellular fluid has ions and nutrients needed by the cells for the maintenance of life. This extracellular fluid has ions and nutrients. It is needed by the cells to the maintenance of life. All the body fluids contains electrolytes. The electrolytes concentration varies in these fluids. So, all the body fluids contain some electrolytes. The electrolytes concentration varies in these fluids. Electrolytes. The definition of electrolytes. Substance when dissolved in solution separates into ions and is able to carry an electrical current. So, the substance when dissolved in a solution separates into ions. It is able to carry an electrical current. The electrolytes also known as ionic solutions. For example, NaCl gives Na plus Cl minus ion. Is a cation. Cation is positively charged electrolyte. For example, Na plus ion. Anion. Anion is a negatively charged electrolytes. Example Cl minus. So NaCl gives Na plus Cl minus. Na plus ion means cation. Cl minus ion means anion. Number of cations must equal to number of anions for homeostasis to exist in each fluid compartment. Number of cations must equal to number of anions for homeostasis to exist in each fluid compartment. Electrolytes in body fluid compartments, intracellular and extracellular. Intracellular, magnesium, phosphorus, potassium, and extracellular electrolytes, NaCl, HCO3, bicarbonate ions. Okay. Then physiological importance of electrolytes. It is regulation of blood oxygen and pH level. That means acidity. These electrolytes regulation of blood oxygen and pH level. Regulation of blood oxygen and pH level. That means acidity. Controlling the fluid distribution and water balance in the body. These electrolytes controlling the fluid distribution and water balance in the body. Then maintaining an electrical gradient across the cell membranes, crucial for nerve transmission and muscle contraction, allowing the movement of nutrients within the cells and the waste products out of the cell. So potassium, sodium and calcium assist muscle contraction. Potassium, sodium and calcium are used to assist muscle contraction. Then electrolytes are present in the following fluid compartments. The electrolytes are present in the following fluid compartment. First compartment is intracellular compartment. Then second one extracellular compartment. Then third one is transcellular compartment. These are the three compartments. And electrolytes are present in the balanced fluid compartment. First of all, intracellular component. These are the body fluid components picture. First of all, intracellular fluid is 40% of the body weight. Then extracellular fluid is 20% of the body weight. Then transcellular compartment. Transcellular compartment is solid matter, 40% of the body weight. Okay, three compartments. Then first one is transcellular compartment, second one is extracellular compartment, third one is transcellular compartment. Then intracellular compartment. It is present within the cell. Membrane. It consists of 63% of the total body water. Intracellular compartment is present within the cell membrane. It consists 63% of the total body water. General composition of intracellular fluid. Oxygen more K plus ion, PO3 4 minus, Mg2 plus, SO2 4 minus, less Na plus and Cl minus. These are the general composition of intracellular electrolytes. The concentration of iambic ions in intracellular compound. Ions, these ions concentration K plus 159 nanometer, Na plus 10 millimeter and Cl minus is 3 mm. So major intracellular solutes. Protein contains 12%, organic phosphates 18%, and inorganic ion 64%. So major intracellular solutes, protein 12%, then organic phosphate 18%, and inorganic ions 64%. Then extracellular compartment. It is present outside the cells. It constitutes 37% of the total body water. So, extracellular compartment is present outside the cell. It constitutes 37% of the total body water. The general composition of extracellular fluid is more NaCl minus, HCO3 minus, less K plus, Ca plus plus, PO3 4, Ca plus, Ca2 plus, and PO3 4 minus, Mg2 plus, SO2 4 minus 4. The concentration of IMP ions in extracellular compartment. First of all, the ions and the concentration K plus 3.5 to 5 mm, Na plus 135 to 145 mm, Cl minus is 100 to 111 nm. The functions of major physiological ions. These are the major physiological ions. First of all, chloride. Then second one is phosphate, third one is bicarbonate, fourth one is sodium, fifth one is potassium, sixth one is calcium, magnesium. These are the major physiological ions. Chloride, phosphate, bicarbonate, sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium. Then first electrolytes, chloride. Chloride in both vascular and interstitial fluid compartment. In the major extracellular anion is chloride. In both vascular and interstitial fluid compartment is the major extracellular anion is chloride. Chloride ions involved in maintenance of osmotic pressure, proper hydration, and a normal carbon anion balance. So, these are the important points of chloride. In both chloride is present in both vascular and interstitial fluid compartment. The major extracellular anion is chloride. The chloride ions involved in maintenance of aromatic pressure, proper hydration, and normal carbon anion balance. Then sources of Cl. Main source of chloride is food, as it undergoes complete absorption from intestinal tract. First one is sea salt, table salt, rye, ketchup, olives, tomatoes, seaweed. Daily requirement for chloride for adult about 2.3 to 2.9 gram per day. The next functions of chloride: the normal carbon anion balance in the compartment. Then the osmotic balance between different fluids of the body is maintained by the chloride ions along with the sodium ions. Then the osmotic pressure and proper hydration is maintained. Osmotic pressure and proper hydration is maintained. The charge balance of the body fluids. Then the ions required for the production of HCl in stomach. Then second one is phosphate. The principal intracellular anion is the phosphate. The principal intracellular anion is phosphate HPO2 4-, which is present in the teeth and bones and also a crucial buffering system related to bones and instead to calcium, fats, and bicarbonate utilization. So, phosphate, the principal intracellular anion is the phosphate HPO2 4-, which is present in the teeth and bones and also a crucial buffering system related to calcium, fats, and carbohydrate utilization. The physiological processes such as formation of buffer system, influencing of acid-base balance, liquids and carbohydrates metabolism, energy storage and transfer and hydride ion, then renal excretion demand the involvement of phosphate ions. Then next, the sources of phosphate. Phosphate present in rich fruits, protein, phosphate rich food like seafood, dairy products, then meat. Daily requirement for chloride ions. For normal adult is about 100 milligram per day. Then the functions: mild laxative properties. Then for the development of teeth and bones, that is used as metabolism, After phosphorylation, many enzymes work as the coenzymes. So after phosphorylation, many enzymes work as a coenzymes. Then phosphorylation helps in the metabolism of glucose and other hexose. Okay, phosphorylation helps in the metabolism of glucose and their hexose. Urine pH is lowered by phosphate. Treatment of hypothyroidism is done by these properties. Then third one is bicarbonate. The second most common extracellular anion is the bicarbonate, HCO3 minus. Bicarbonate, the second most common extracellular anion is the bicarbonate. It is utilized as the most important buffer system of the body. It is utilized as the most important buffer system of the body. Along with carbonic acid, metabolic alkaloids and acidosis may occur due to the deficiency of deficiency of bicarbonate ions. The next is sources of bicarbonate. It is mainly present in vegetables and fruits. Daily requirements: 325 milligrams to 2 grams. Then functions of bicarbonate: metabolic acidosis and kidney disturbances are treated with sodium bicarbonate due to its alkaline nature. Then acid-base balance is maintained by the bicarbonate ion. Acid-base balance is maintained by the bicarbonate ions. The next one electrolytes is sodium. The most extracellular cation is the sodium, and then which is essential for maintaining the osmotic pressure and normal hydration. Daily diet of a normal human contain more than sufficient amount of sodium, which undergoes complete absorption through the intestinal and urinary tract. Then kidney are the vital regulation of sodium concentration in the body. Because excess sodium is excreted by them. And sources of sodium is rich in food, salt, buttermilk, cheese, fish, olives, pulses, etc. Daily requirement in adult. Daily requirement of sodium is about 2 to 5 gram per day. Daily requirement in adult daily requirement of sodium is about 2 to 5 gram per day. Function: osmotic pressure of the body fluid is maintained by the sodium ions. Then acid-base equilibrium is regulated by sodium ions in associate with the bicarbonate and the chloride. Cells permeability and muscles irritability are preserved by sodium. Cell permeability and muscles irritability. Heart normal functioning is maintained by sodium. It also maintains blood pressure. The next one is potassium. The major intracellular carbon present in the body is potassium, K+, where concentration in molecular fluid compartment is 23 times higher than that of the extracellular fluid compartment. Then potassium along with the sodium ions are involved in nerve conduction through sodium potassium pump. Their rapid excretion of excess potassium by the anions. Kidney. There is rapid excretion of excess potassium by the kidney. Source of potassium. Potassium ion rich fruits and vegetables, apricots and bananas. The sources of potassium: vegetables, apricots, banana, orange, potato, mushroom, milk. Then daily requirement for adult is about 3.5 gram per day. Functions: nerve impulse transmission is regulated by potassium. Nerve impulse transmission is regulated by potassium. Potassium is required for many biological activities such as muscle contraction of cardiac or heart. Various body fluids electrolyte composition is maintained by potassium. The pH regulation by hydrogen ion exchange is done by potassium. Then the treatment and process by hypokalemia or potassium depletion is done with potassium salt. Then calcium as important constitution of teeth and bone in calcium Ca2 plus, which is involved in muscle functioning and in the blood clotting mechanism. Calcium in higher amount of essential in children for growth and development of bones and tissues. Bones and then calcium, an important transmission of teeth and bone in calcium Ca2 plus ion, which is involved in muscle functioning and in the blood clotting mechanism. Then calcium in higher amount is essential in children for growth and development of bones and tissue. Then calcium is also stored in bones. 22 gram per kilogram body weight of calcium is present in a human body. The sources of calcium: milk, cheese, green vegetables, eggs and fish. Then dietary requirement for adult is about 0.8 gram per day. These are the functions. Play role in neuromuscular system and in mechanism of excitation, contraction, coupling of these muscles. Maintained cardiac function. Then for maintenance of muscle mucosal membranes, integrity cell membrane, functioning and cell adhesion. Then the fourth point is automatic nervous system and a voluntary system require calcium ions for their normal functioning. Then the formation of bones, teeth and skulls. Calcium participates in blood coagulation. First of all, thromboplastin Ca2 plus is added. Then prothrombin to converted to thrombin. Then thrombin is regulated further subdivided into fibrinogen and fibrin. These are the mechanism of calcium in blood clotting. Then magnesium, it is an important intracellular cation. Half amount of the body's total magnesium content is combined with the phosphorus and calcium in the bone. Then large number of enzymes are activated by magnesium, especially carboxylase and tissues. The DNA and RNA also stabilized by magnesium, and it is the body fourth most abundant cation. Then the sources of magnesium: nuts, unmilled grains, then green vegetables and beans. Daily requirement for adult is about 770 to 350 milligram by functions. For enzymes that transfer phosphate, magnesium act as and a cofactor. For smooth functioning of the neuromuscular system and for protein synthesis, magnesium is used. Teeth and bones essentially constitute magnesium. Then glucose metabolism done by the magnesium. Then these are the major electrolytes are studied in this topic. Then the second part is conducted in next class. Okay. Okay, students. Thank you.